Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us today on the all-new JayMac News Show. And you know what we do at this time of day every day.
This is the JayMac News Attack.
So what is the news attack? I have been challenged to present 5 points in 5 minutes about what I consider to be one of the most important issues of the day. Today, on what is being called the Ted Cruz meltdown, he unleashed on the Donald this morning. So here you go, 5 points of 5 minutes on what I think about what he did and what he said.
Takeaway number 5.
So my number 5 takeaway is basically, it's a little bit too little, too late. Here's what he had to say.
I'm going to do something I haven't done for the entire campaign. For those of y'all who have traveled with me all across the country, I'm going to tell you what I really think of Donald Trump.
It is the last, what many are calling the last viable day of the Ted Cruz campaign. If he loses in Indiana in a dramatic fashion, he's done. He's cooked. And he's waiting until today, my friends. Waiting till today to tell you what he actually truly thinks about Donald Trump. Oh, Ted, this is too late. And your response is exactly the wrong response.
Number 4.
So here's how he started out. He basically unleashed on the Donald.
This man is a pathological liar. He doesn't know the difference between truth and lies. He lies practically every word that comes out of his mouth.
Oh, my 4th takeaway about the Ted Cruz meltdown. You can't out-Trump Trump. This is what everybody forgets about Donald Trump. His supporters know that he has character flaws. His supporters know he is rude. They know he has done things in his past. They know about all of those things. Pointing them out does not help you, and it does not hurt him. When are the candidates running against him going to realize this? I don't know.
Takeaway number 3.
So my number 3 takeaway about the Cruz meltdown, I was watching CNN right as Ted Cruz unleashed, and there was a Trump supporter, a major campaign official, who characterized this meltdown as worse than anything Donald Trump had ever said or done. And I thought to myself, what? Donald Trump does this every single day. He attacks people. He calls them names. This is his entire mantra. Isn't it amazing that when Ted Cruz finally resorts to Trump-like tactics, it is seen as last resort. It is seen as petty. But for Donald Trump, oh, I know, we call those weekdays.
Number 2.
My number 2 takeaway is that through this whole event, I don't know if you've been following the back and forth about an article that suggested in the National Enquirer that Ted Cruz's father was somehow associated with Lee Harvey Oswald. Well, Ted Cruz came out and admitted to it.
Yes, my dad killed JFK. He is secretly Elvis, and Jimmy Hoffa is buried in his backyard.
This, Ted Cruz, is how the entire tone should have been for you. You should have risen above. You should have been tongue-in-cheek. For you to come out in such an aggressive fashion only hurts you. And that leads me to my number 1 takeaway.
And JayMac News Attack. Takeaway number 1.
Ted Cruz, this scathing commentary about Donald Trump will only hurt you. I'm sorry, it's the truth. I can't believe that you are not figuring out this already. It will be interpreted as desperate, as last ditch, and this is exactly what Donald Trump wants. Now, you should be following the example of Hillary Clinton. I promise you, anytime Donald Trump plays one of these cards, she will rise above it, she will laugh it off, and she'll turn it against him.